Yeah, that works. One for Snapchat. And then one for Facebook.
It's the same picture.
No, it's not. Different angles. You know, different places.
Okay, and when
You know what I'm saying?
when we are filming, I'm gonna need you to look into the camera a little.
You know?
Okay.
Just hold on. Okay. Oh. Well, now look at who's the one on the cell phone.
Okay. Today we have a world-class show jumper, Ivy Green, with us, and she is going to be doing an interview, so we are all very excited.
Yeah. Yep. Pleasured, I'm sure. Yep.
We're just going to go over a few things. Just going to talk a little bit about your life and your history of writing and relationships and just things like that. First question that we have here is, when you started writing at a young age, just your story.
Okay, just my story. Okay, well, I was basically born in the saddle, some would say. Yeah. Anyway, kind of worked around, then it got booked off one day really hot, and I was like, maybe I should actually learn how to ride. So ever since then, I've just been like training a lot.
And what does your training consist of?
Well,
What discipline do you ride in?
English, you know, the one without the horn, if you weren't familiar with that. It involves a lot of that, riding, jumping, you know, maybe a little bit of dressage, groundwork, stuff like that. Mainly, I work out. So, you know, I don't really do the riding a whole lot. Like, I have people who do the riding, and then I come in whenever the horse is ready, and I ride in the arena. Yay, you know, but no, all that time I spend working out. I can do pull-ups, yeah. Anyway, and I drink like this mixture of lemon and salt water. Yeah, it's very good. It's like Himalayan salt. Anyway, it's supposed to keep you in like physical
Okay,
condition.
that is okay. Cool.
Like
All
sushi.
right. All right. Next question. What horses do you ride?
All of them.
For example, which one is your favorite?
The one with the white spot on it. Obviously, or the one that has the socks. Yeah.
Do you know their names?
No.
Could you? Because I'm sure your fans know their names.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't get that personal with my animals because I feel like they're just animals. So, like, they don't have any personalities at all. Like, one, if it's being a fart, it's not, you know, it's not being a fart, it's just being a horse.
The next question that we are going to move on to is, what is your barn routine? Because we have a lot of your fans. They just want to know what you do on the daily. What is your favorite thing to do with your horse?
Leave it in its stall. You know, I don't do, like I said before, I don't do a whole lot of the barn work stuff. Like, I don't do the nitty gritty. I don't get my hands dirty. I like to keep them polished. But I do occasionally feed them.
You feed them, and I'm sure your fans would like to know what you feed them.
Grain.
Yes, but could you be a little more? Could you be a little more specific about?
Like sweet feed, 2%. What do you want from me? Seriously, like, is this an interrogation or something?
What is your favorite part about riding?
I like winning, and you can only win when you're the best.
And are you the best?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I spend all my time with my horses, obviously.
What motivates you to compete at the upper levels of show jumping?
Money.
So it's not about the horses.
No. You kidding? If there was an easier way to, like, get money like that. No, just kidding. Duh, I was just joking. It is all about the horses and the money.
Between the two, which one would you want to have more? $10 million or a horse that has given you everything?
Probably not the $10 million, because that's way too low. Like, I wouldn't even take that. Like, that's pocket change. So I would take the horse and then make the horse make me more money.
Okay.
That's my mom. Hello? I must us, I'm filming an interview. With Katie, who else? Just like Washington Post.
Alright, well I was gonna see if you wanted to go check the mail.
Of course I want to go check the mail.
They have those emergency sleeping bags out.
Yeah, emergency sleeping bags. Those are nice. Okay. Well, I gotta let you go. Love to you, Mum. Bye.
Alright, I'm heading home.
Oh, okay, bye.
Back on to what we were saying
Yeah.
about relationships. Since you have such a high maintenance life with your horses and traveling around the world all the time, how do you fit relationships into your everyday life?
Tinder. Swipe right. It's about it.
I do remember you dating John, and it
Yeah.
seemed like you guys had a really good relationship.
No,
So
he
what?
was a dirtbag.
Okay,
I
so
would never. That was my first. Like.
what happened
that
there?
Was my
What
mistake.
what made you break up with him?
He told me he wasn't going to spend any more money on my horses. My whole horse project, and that if he wanted, to marry me, that obviously we'd have to spend a lot more than that. But he was.
But you said you broke up because he stopped spending money on you.
Yeah.
Was that the deal breaker, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he had all the stuff. Like, he was nice, he was handsome, he had the money, he loved me. He was basically the perfect gentleman, but I thought, since, if this is the way it's going to be now, it's going to get 10 times worse later. So he's going to have me living in a box when I'm like 50.
What makes you happy in a relationship?
What makes me happy is obviously money. So, if that money can be spent towards my horses, then my horses are happy. So if the man can pay for stuff for my horses and he makes them happy, I'm happy. But if my horses are not happy, then I am not happy.
This concludes our interview. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. Thank you for interviewing with us.
Yeah, no.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I bet you are. Thanks.
No, yeah, okay. All right, thank you. But, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know if it's... Okay. All of us here at All Things Possible Productions. And...
Yeah, I bet you are. Yep.
Hold on.
If this is the way it's going to be now, it's going to get 10 times worse later. So he's going to have me living in a box when I'm like 50. What?
I'm boxed when I'm like 50. What motivates you to compete at the upper levels of show jumping?
Money.